Bucky Gleason, Buffalo News. Matt, the other day Mike Bray said that you were better than Bobby Hurley. You kind of chuckled even just now. What was your response to that? How do you take that praise?
It's kind of crazy to hear from me. That's the Hurleys are unbelievable coaches. He's an unbelievable coach. He was an unbelievable player. So I take it as a huge compliment. I don't know if he's right, but I'll obviously strive to try to be better than him or try to be even as good as him. But he was an unbelievable player, and he's an unbelievable coach now. So it's just Coach Bray, kind of relaying the relationship that me and him have. So I take it as a huge compliment.
And this is also for you, Matt. John Worrell with the Associated Press. How have you made the adjustment to being a starter this season and the fact that you've been efficient with the ball? What have you kept in mind this year as you've helped lead this team to this point?
Just maintaining the same confidence, that I played with when I first got my start in the NCAA tournament last year. Just playing the same way I do, sticking to what I know, and then playing with these guys around me really helps. Playing with the guys that I really want to play for, and I think that makes a huge difference. We got guys that want to play for each other, and they make me better on the floor. And just the culture of this program, it kind of all worked out. So it was all good vibes, going forward. So I just maintaining that confidence and trusting the system and trusting the guys around me.
Follow-up, John.
And just as a follow-up, Matt, as well as you played, especially during that one stretch in the middle of the second half yesterday with the steal, the feed, and the three-point basket, you were visibly disappointed as you were walking off the floor after, I guess, missing a couple of shots there in the final 25 seconds. How do you use that to fuel yourself moving forward? You guys won, and maybe you weren't at your best in some ways.
Yeah, personally, I feel like I got to be better down the stretch. Take that hard, I gotta make that free throw, and I gotta make better decisions down there. And I don't think if I was upset because we won, so I'll always be happy we won. But these guys picked me up, doing that all year. We do that for each other, but just use that as motivation. Try to get better the next day. That's the good thing about basketball, man. There's always another game as long as you keep winning.
You go all the way in the back.
Justin Jackson with the Dominion Post. A question for Matt again. Two questions. One, it's kind of assumed that today's college players are impatient when it comes to playing time. So I'm kind of wondering, how did you find the patience to stick it out with Grant and Jackson in front of you when you first got to school? And question number two, what have you seen with West Virginia's Javon Carter, and how do you guys think that matchup at battling point guards will play out tomorrow?
Yeah, I think, as I mentioned before, the culture, if guys in the past haven't been able to play right away in this program, they wait their turn. And fortunately for me, I was able to develop a good relationship with Demetrius. So, he was always in my ear, telling me to keep working hard. And like I said before, it's hard to do that. Anybody that's been in that situation, not playing, and it's a hard thing to grasp every day. But like I said before, these guys around me, being around them every day, that really does help. And it was just a matter of being patient, like you said, and just keep working hard. And if you do the right thing, you get an opportunity. And got my opportunity, and I just try to do what I do, and I try to play. And as for West Virginia, we know what they do. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be fast-paced. Their guards are really good. Their bigs are really good. So it's going to be another fun game in March.
Let's go, Dana.
Dana O'Neill with ESPN. Bonzie, how much has a chronic conversation about what you aren't because of your size fueled you for the entirety of your career?
I'll just say being motivated to do what I can do, to help us succeed as possible, trying to lead by example on and off the court, and, just use, what they say as a motivation. Our team, we're focused in on what we can do and how we can be better. I think that's something that is within our program. We don't really worry about what other people say. We lock in, and we know what we can do to win games.
Is there anyone that helped you believe that it doesn't matter what mold you fit, you can just play?
Yeah, I think growing up, my father was a huge example of, always being there for me and just motivating me to be the best player as possible. And then coming here, having a great coaching staff, having great, brothers and teammates who just push me to be the best player I can be, and learning from guys, from former leaders, former captains, of how to lead on and off the court is something that has really, helped me to be a good captain and leader.
Go to Mark first, and then over here.
Yeah, some questions. Just maybe we'll start with Steve on the matchup. Obviously, they're the #1 turnover forcing team in the nation. What do you see when you watch them?
Yeah, they do a great job of forcing people to get out of their comfort zone. I think their defense creates and turns into their offense, and that's something that they're really known for. I think the way we play, we do a great job handling the ball. It's a credit to Maddie and our guards who make great decisions. So for us, I think the challenge is just going to be making sure making the right decisions and not rushing. And I think that's something that we've been very good at all season long. So just taking our time, making the right decisions, and I think we'll be able to get some good shots.
And then, Matt, you're going to be in the middle of that. Have you ever faced a defense like this?
Yeah, we've kind of compared them to Florida State a little bit, being in the passing lanes, contesting full court pressure. I think theirs is a little more different. It's a little more havoc, I would say, or reckless. You got guys everywhere, so we just need to stay poised with the ball. We need guys to be receivers. Everybody that's on the floor needs to be a receiver, and we need to be strong with the ball.
And then, Bonzie, if you could comment, like maybe if you have what allows you guys? I mean, one team made 40 turnovers. You haven't made 40 turnovers like in the last 6 games combined. What do you think allows you guys to have so few turnovers?
Yeah, I just think within our program, that's something that we like to do. We like to not turn over the ball, be strong with the ball, and I think playing teams like Florida State, Louisville has really helped us prepare for games like this where they press, they deny to the perimeter. I think, playing those ACC games really, help us to play the games like this.
Let's go Josh first, and then we'll go in the center here.
Steve, Josh Farrell and City of Basketball Love. What lessons as a team do you feel like you guys have taken away from the Elite Eight runs the last 2 years? And then personally, how do you feel like if at all, your mental approach has changed, this being your senior year?
Yeah, I think obviously the last 2 years, having that experience has helped us a lot. I think you saw yesterday, first round, close game, and we were pretty poised, and we've been in those situations before. And I think those 2 losses in the Elite Eight, drives this team, especially since the end of last year. Us 3 who were up here, the guys in the locker room knows what it felt like to lose, and that's kind of pushed us this year to try to take it a step further. And I think we just have to continue to take it one game at a time. Yeah, I think I'm just trying to enjoy it and, soak up all the experience of the NCAA tournament. I've been lucky enough to, be here for the past 3 years. Coach Bray always talks about not taking it for granted. Not everybody gets the opportunity to play in the tournament. And, we've had a couple good runs. And I think, this team, it's been a great season. We've had a lot of huge wins. And I just want to continue to play as long as I can. And, that starts with tomorrow and trying to get to the next round.
Back left, Joe.
Jonah Javada with WGRZ here in Buffalo. Matt, how would you describe Thursday's crowd in terms of Irish support?
We love our fans. We feel like we got the best fans. The crowd started piling up. I think in the second half, a lot of Princeton, a lot of West Virginia got people. So I'm sure a lot of people in the stands were pulling for the upset. But we love our crowds. They always travel well. They're always really supportive and. There's been a couple games, where we played in Greensboro for the ACC tournament and the whole place was blue, and then we have our little spot behind the bench, and they're just as loud. So we appreciate, everything that they do, and they know that we know that we appreciate it.
And Bonzie, how typical or common is it? I mean, with a team like Notre Dame, sometimes it's like the Yankees. There are fans seemingly everywhere, all over the country. How common is that when you guys go play road games and neutral side games that there's a large Irish contingent?
Yeah, like Matt said, we love the fans. We feed off the fans' energy during the game, and it's great, when we're getting ready for the game, heading to the bus, and the band's playing our fight song, and fans are coming cheering you on, clapping, and I think that really just gets us motivated and gives us a lot of energy to play well. We play for our family, play for the fans, the university, so it's just helps us play with that edge.
Right in the center, name and affiliation, please.
Mark Tracy from the New York Times. I was just in your locker room. There's a TV in there. You can guess what it's tuned into. I'm wondering if, amidst obviously all your preparation for games and the games themselves, if you're also able to be fans of March Madness, and if it's, you know, like us, like most of the people watching, if it's a cool annual event to you guys beyond the fact that obviously you get to play in it.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we've all been watching, I think, our whole lives. You know, we have a lot of friends from AAU teams and friends that we've grown up playing in these games. You know, we're texting each other, we're talking about the game, seeing when they play, trying to tune in. So this is just a great, you know, environment and great culture for all the basketball. Just watching games, you know, relating to it, just watching different experiences, learning from the game, and I think it's something that really helps us bring the culture together.
Yeah, I think it's all part of, you know, just being in the tournament and that experience. You know, you get to watch these other games, you get to see all the these crazy games with the buzzer beaters and stuff like that. And like Bonzie said, you know, a lot of us have friends that are out here playing too. So we're always talking and seeing how they're doing. So it's just it's a fun atmosphere. And you know, we do have the loosest coach in America. So you know, we got TVs on, we just hang out and have a good time together.
Go ahead.
Mark Herman from Newsday in New York. I want to follow up on that for Bonzie and all of you. That what impressions do you have of the tournament so far? Are there common themes? What has struck you when you watch these games?
Yeah, I think all the games are great. Just tuning in, locking in, watching them, just enjoying the game, not taking it for granted. The games have been fun. You know, hasn't really been any upsets. I don't think. I mean, we just paying attention, just, you know, watching the games.
It's a tournament of champions, so it's obviously really fun to watch. Every team in this tournament is capable of winning games, so it's a fun time. It's a time for basketball fans to just really enjoy and just sit down and watch it. I think it's the greatest sporting event, you know, that we have. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I would just say the one thing from watching yesterday is every single game's a close game. You're not going to see many blowouts in this tournament. Like Matt said, every team has had a heck of a regular season. They probably won their league, and they're all coming down to the wire. I know yesterday we played early, so we got to watch pretty much the rest of the games for the day, which was cool. And just to see guys hitting big shots, making plays, and especially guys in, you know, our conference who we've played against all season long, and watching them go against other conferences, I think it's pretty fun.
Time for a couple more. Let's start right back here.
Mitch Vingle, the Charleston Gazette-Mail. First, happy St. Patrick's Day to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, Bonzie, if you could talk about this matchup with West Virginia, first of all as a team, and then second, individually, how you think it'll.
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that, you know, they're really defensively oriented. They press the whole game. They defend. They have some three-point shooters. They have drivers. So it's going to be a fun game. And you know, I think going over this scout, we played teams like that who can really defend and can really deny up to the perimeter. So I think it's something, you know, playing the AC has really helped us. For myself, just sticking with what I do, trying to be the best rebound I can be out there, grabbing all the rebounds, just playing within myself, staying in character, and motivating my teammates as best as I can, so they can get the do things they want to do as well.
We'll go down here to John and then go to Dana here in the center.
I guess, Steve, the fact that it is St. Patrick's Day and you guys are the Fighting Irish, is there anything that you guys do that's special to celebrate the day or anything like that?
No, not so far. I don't think. Maybe if you know, we get a win and go back to South Bend and enjoy St. Patrick's Day there, but you know, nothing. Just try to enjoy the holiday.
So it's just not, everything's on hold right now?
Yeah, you could say that.
Let's go. Dana in the center and then back to Jonah.
Matt, I just wonder if you can expand on the loosest coach in America. What makes Mike so loose?
How about this? He comes into the locker room right after we get off the court and puts on a green hoodie and said he's got to get in St. Patrick's mode for the media. I mean, we got a game tomorrow to go to the Sweet 16, and this guy's worrying about what he's wearing for the media. So it's just it's an atmosphere, and he creates an environment where, you know, you're having fun, and you got guys that want to win and want to play for each other and want to play for the coaches, and I think that's really powerful.
Okay, let's wrap up with Jonah here.
What's your experience been like in Buffalo? Granted, there's a large number of Irish fans here. It's a big St. Patrick's Day city. Have you guys had any weird experiences with Buffalonians coming up to you, and whether it's words of encouragement or whatnot? Bonzie?
There's a lot of snow here. It was a lot of snow, so I think it's kind of similar to South Bend. A lot of snow on the ground, but I mean, fans been great here. We're enjoying it. We're not taking it for granted. We go into the hotel. There's cookies. There's snacks for us. We feel like we're home. You know, we're just having fun. We're enjoying it, and we're having a good time.
You guys done anything fun, Steve?
Yeah, we went out to eat the first night we were here. Probably one of the best, like, steaks and lobster bisque that I ever had. It was Sears.
Yeah.
It was it was really good, and I think we're gonna go grab some food tonight. And so just trying to take it all in and enjoy the town.
Guys, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.